All right. I want to welcome every person, place, and thing in existence. I want to welcome YouTube, all my YouTube friends, all my YouTube subscribers. Make sure you get over there and subscribe to the YouTube channel and Me I Trust. All right. You want to spell the word I out as in your first I, because that's what you really are, and that's what you're going to trust. All right. So be sure that you get over there and put it on YouTube. This is on YouTube now. You can find this on YouTube, people. It's a lot of amazing information and work that's over here on this airway. So be sure that you subscribe and you hit that notification. That way you'll be notified as to new downloaded revelation of information coming up out of my crystal light. Okay? I'm not negating whether you should be paying attention to yours or not. That's first and foremost. That's why we're naming the stream, the title, the gathering that we are putting here together as it's all about mastering me. Right? Some people may have to question, well, great Nate, why should I be mastering self? That's not a stupid question, people. Those are all relevant and good questions. And we're going to get into that just after we hear a couple tunes that I put together. This is I'm Good. If you wish to come on Facebook, hit the request button. I'll bring you aboard. If you wish to come live on YouTube, let's make it pop, people. Let's make it pop. You're the greatest now. No one have ever come and proved me wrong whether man is the greatest or not. You can't. If anybody comes to do such a thing, they'll be found incompetent and unenlightened. Very much uninformed. Think about it. All I gotta do is pull out the Holy Bible, so-called Holy Bible. Check. I prove right there in Genesis where God made everybody, all you niggas bow down to Adam, which is who? Why should I be mastering the self? First of all, we got to realize that self mastery is the ability to control your emotions and impulses in order to achieve your goals. That's a very good reason why you should be mastering yourself. But I like to bring it to us more on a macro scale because we've done so well, we've traveled so far in the micro realm, and everybody then got all A's, and life is just looking so beautiful, and everybody is in position to do well, despite of even the Los Angeles fire victims. They all right. They, people done got donations well out the back of their neck, uh, you know. So it's like even if a person feels though that there's some not so good events and affairs going on in their life, that's just a matter of opinion. If you was to stand outside the box and look in, you'll see that you are doing well and great, and actually, you're on time with time. Self mastery involves developing your willpower. What's wrong with that? Huh? When anytime you make mention of the will, the mind, you're making tapestry into the science and mathematics of being a master. Life is about maintaining positive attitude, people. I think we did a video a couple days back on attitude is everything, right? Even me, still to this day, have to practice the meaningful, true definition of what attitude is. Self mastery is the ability to cultivate and grow a great mindset. Self mastery leads to self awareness, huh? Personal growth, not collective or group growth, but a personal growth, right? Self mastery leads to the ability to choose for yourself, having the ability to put self first. Those who don't put self first is no way near in position to master anything. It's impossible. When you're looking at people who walk around achieving things such as uh, improved decision skill making, enhanced relationships, increased productivity. Individuals walking around here with a greater sense of purpose and even a better stress management. Some of us are stressless. What is the difference between self mastery and personal mastery? Self mastery is the pursuit of achieving mastery over yourself. See? Wait a minute here. Let me go back. I'm going to pull this article up right here because that's a question. Don't give me the rest of the full explanation. So, mastery. So, what is the difference between self mastery and personal mastery? Really, there is no big difference. This is just a play of words. All right. Because personal will entail nothing other than what? Dealing with yourself. It's the none of your business type attitude. Check. But I want to read the article here so we can define these concepts and views and bring self-clarity. But again, once you become supreme and you master a certain realm, okay, what happens is you dominate in that field. You no longer like the minority. You're the elite. You're the new elites. Stop thinking Rothschild, Bill Burgers, and all them individuals are the elites. They're chasing after you. They're paying very close attention to your essence, which explains one of the many reasons why TikTok is taking the course as it's taken. Let's keep it green. And truth don't need to be validated, people. So if people don't see it as such, then oh well, you keep on going to have a merry day. That's what you do. Don't fret yourself because you can't see what somebody else see. Don't get yourself bent all out of shape because a nigga is talking some shit that you don't understand. This might not be time for you to understand it yet, but I'm sure it's working out very fine and well in their life. Huh? It's all about mastering self. So, since I can't get what I'm intended to manifest, here's where we're going to go. We're going to go to def- a definitive or definitive, shall I say, guide to unlocking the potential for individual. Just in case, I'm not saying that you people ain't already there and you're probably a little bit further than you go ahead and scroll on. Find something else to tickle your fancy for a minute. Let me talk to those who have not elevated to the level in which you're at when it comes to intelligence. See? Stop being so greedy. I know you put yourself first, but it's on the contrary, self first doesn't mean that you're selfish. A lot of people get that confused. Oh, he's big headed. He's a what they call a narcissistic, and all these old crazy words that they just keep adding and coming up with to define some illogical crap that you bringing from someone. I don't know where you're bringing it from, but you want to fit it into this cult. Stop that. You some evil spirit cooking people, and all they do is just keep changing the flavor. There it is. Why you think every time you turn around, every decade is a new ingredient found in the food on the shelves? It wasn't no high fructose corn syrup back in 1960. My grandma won't even know what the fuck. All they know is cane sugar, nigga. What's wrong with you? So that means you people have done improved over here in America. You let them tell you you still filthy and dirty and all fucked up, psychologically distorted, cracked out, smoked out. Don't fall for that. A lot of you niggas that did drugs, it backfired on them. Oh yeah, it did. They don't teach you that part. You didn't watch the movie Frankenstein when the subject went wrong and he broke out the laboratory? Oh yeah, go watch the movies, yo. They tell you right in your face. Why you think Trump tell niggas like, look, don't mandatory that shit. Everybody can't be vaccinated. You'll fuck up, and which they did. Any old way. Shout out to all the cosmic deities. So, and let me be clear to the positive uh, sole controller of the plane deities. See, we got a lot of deities, got a lot of gods, but they all are of different frequency. For instance, the God of the Bible, he kills, he hates, he's a jealous God. Huh? Me, I do none of that. So that places me and puts me a little bit higher than God. You see? Because we have a final way of dealing with things. You see? So as the level progresses, this is where your mind goes. You see? And as the individual thinking, abracadabra. They tell you right in your face, but you just don't know the meaning of it. You don't never realize or recognize. You just want to sit back and be entertained and mind fucked all the time. Excuse the expression, but it's such a thing. I'll tell you, if you're not ready for this hot shit, keep it scrolling. You should unfriend me and block me if possible, because this is the fire over here. This is you're not gonna what you get on this airway, you're gonna see they might shut Facebook down next. And then YouTube. But what I know that they're gonna do is curve it. And they're working on it right now as I'm giving you the message. Because Trump is in your homie, he's you know what I mean, at the table too. And they drinking and smoking too right now. Where's the paperwork? Bring on the huh? Bring the paperwork in. You see all the Jews around Trump sitting at the table. You know the formality. You know what I mean? You know how the Jews they dress like me, looking in the back, smiling. I can you look. Let me show you some pictures of what I'm talking about. This is a beautiful discovery here, and I always wonder why. Like, no, what is going on at the inaugurations? Like, you people, y'all got some real fly shit going on. I like that. And like, but you start information start coming to you because you're like a magnet. So all you gotta do is really wish. Some people say you and I might open the door for you. I might be home. Some people say if you go seeking for things, you know what I mean? Like the Easter bunny. You gotta go looking for the eggs, right? What you do? You won't find it. Same thing as below, same above. You're not gonna miss a beat with that. Be careful what you wish for. If you don't want to be the greatest, don't ever think that you could put yourself up against me then. That'll be a boo-boo. Now, where was we? We were looking up something, right? Oh, man, the signs of something. I hate when I do that. Let me inhale, exhale for a second. In the nose and out the mouth. When you go in the nose, let the stomach come out. Check. So it'll come back to me. Let's jump into this material that I got set before me here. And then I'm going to do a reading. I'm going to weigh in on these ideas that I'm going to read to you. All right? That's going to be coming up too. So stick around. You're going to enjoy that. So let me say this or read this should I do, right? It says to enjoy success and happiness in your life, you need self-mastery. Now, the reason why I read that and said that because I want to know what you think about that. You ain't got to put it in the comment section. You know, you don't have to say anything. You think to yourself. You keep that to yourself. Is it a fact that in order for me, and it's coming back to me what I was talking about earlier too. I know I was talking about not putting being supreme and not. Oh man, right. So as one thinketh, right, so shall they be. And we want to forget about that because maybe it was just too powerful for me to bring out. So I'm gonna let that be because things happen for reasons. All right. So yeah, keep that to yourself. If if you disagree about being a master, I mean disagree with in order to have, and I'm talking about supreme happiness now in your life, do we need self-mastery? Right? Many people that are successful on the outside for, right, feel stressed and unsatisfied on the inside. Let me say that again. Many people that are successful on the outside feel stressed and unsatisfied on the inside. There are too many stories of those who seemingly made it that ended in a tragedy. Huh? If you want a great life, self mastery should be one of your top priorities. And you can have it in this life and all lives to come. And even in every other avatar that you already created, that too will be in the succession of your multidimensional masteryism. You see? I'm going to look at some concepts and ideas. Now, keep in mind, right, that self mastery says it all. It's the pursuit of achieving mastery over self, not nobody else, not your children, not your father, your mother, your husband, your wife. No, you know, it's the skill that leads to more self control, discipline, and self confidence. Huh? In general, it states here that personal mastery focuses on the following aspect: the physical, two, the emotional, three, the mental, and four, the spiritual, right? Improving each of these areas has a positive impact on our lives. And when we feel great, you radiate that positive energy. That's why some people like to be around some people because it lifts them up. They feel uplifted. They always feel like even no matter what's going on in their life, once I'm around this person, things will be all right. Or once I'm in this place, it makes me feel better. When I'm around flowers or I'm in the garden, my spirits rise. Or when I'm in church or the synagogue, or when I'm in mosque with the Muslims hanging out. You see? You radiate that positive energy, and you are also more likely to build better existence and futures for yourself. See? But here's the catch. Here's like one of the flip sides. Because remember, people, on the third realm, on the third plane in which I call this, there is no 100% of anything. There's always the duality, the flip side. You see? Self mastery is not a result. We need to be clear. All right? Self mastery is not a result. So don't look for things, results in your life and thinking that, okay, you've achieved everything. That's what it's meaning when it said it's not a result. You're gonna have results of, yeah, this what you do. If I'm if I keep putting green peppers and lettuce and cucumbers and lentils together, I'm gonna have what I'm doing is eating a salad. That's the result of me putting all that together, right? But that's not what self mastery is. Understand and overstand. It's about achieving personal mastery of self. And achieving personal mastery is not about reaching a destination. You see? Don't think because you don't smoke Newports no more that's the end result of what the accomplishment and achievement was to goal and set out for. No, now it's time to work on something else. Or here come, as we say, if it ain't one thing, it's another. Check. When you embark on this journey, it lasts forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. You did it. So you don't have to stop your blood clot whining. I don't know what you're crying for. Huh? If you do all the crying, what the baby's going to do? Stop it. Pull your pants up. Tighten up your boots. If they high water, so what? We need to get a grip on ourselves. You are on a journey that's to be of all time. It's the process is what matters. Huh? They got you running around here talking about some nigga life matter. No, it's the process. What piece am I playing on the chessboard? You rook. Go stand in the corner. Because I'm the king. On this chess set, now you go ahead and go play checkers or something. That might be a little bit easier concept for you. But as I always explain, it's levels to this shit. And it's alpha and omega. It's non-stop, never ending. Yes, after one thing, there's another. God damn it. Why wouldn't it be? You trying to get comfortable? Go home. Check out. Think about it like going to the gym. If you go consistently, what? You start looking like, you know what I mean, one of my brothers. Shout out to Chuckle Up. You start getting big. You start getting stronger. Huh? But if you don't go for a while, what happens? You'll lose some of that muscle and that strength. I used to be a bodybuilder. I know. When I changed, well, I've always been vegan for a long time, on and off eating, not eating meat. But I remember one time when I was body lifting during the time of my journey, and I was a non-meat eater for many years. So it was hard for me to like really gain some weight because I didn't really know the science at that time and what I needed to build the mass. Check. I mean, it's all changed today, of course, but you know, I'm on a different level with it. But the point is that I had to stop lifting weights because I wasn't eating the beef, which the pig, you know what I mean? The chicken, the duck, the cow, and the ox that make me like that. See, remember, you are what you eat. So when people eating pig all crazy, these people are liable, they're kind of cock strong, you say. And you're right, you know, and a lot of niggas know the science to that shit. That's why they dare not become a vegetarian. But I'm going to teach you too. If you do become a vegetarian, it's not that you become weaker. It's just that you have to it's like a electrician, and he come in and change your 110 to a 220. So I'm gonna have to pull this plug, my resources from there, and connect up to there, so you can utilize your strength in another way. Check. But it takes the experience to really understand what I mean, because a vegetarian can be very strong too if you know the science. Check. But the white man been knew the science a long time ago. That's why he was eating you niggas. And I don't know if it was proper for me to use the word was, because I'm only stuck right here where I am. So you go figure what's still going on to the day. Okay. Anyway, we talking about the process is what matters. And how if you go to the gym, it's going to make you big and strong. And if you don't go, you'll lose that little muscle that you got, your strength. So they know they got to keep going. Keep that thing pumped, right? Mastering yourself is worth the effort and the time. Okay? Imagine this scenario right here, people. Imagine this right here. You feel 100% at ease with yourself and the world around you. You're also pursuing a path that you set out for yourself. not one that feels forced upon you. Okay? You are in control over your life and your destiny. I'm saying now, imagine this. Give me a break. Give yourself a break and let God go for a minute. I know He holding your hand and you, no, I love my God. I didn't say y'all gonna be forever. Just come here for a minute. God goes. Well, we ain't gonna say God in the corner, but God go have a seat in the back of the monastery, please. We want to talk to your slaves. You want? I just for a minute. Let me talk to your creation. Now, listen. I want you to imagine that. Imagine that you are pursuing the path that you set out for yourself, not nobody else. Not okay. Not something your teacher told you that you should be. When she asked you what you want to be when you grow up, and you told the answer, and they told you no, you can't be that. I want you to imagine one that you have set out for yourself. Check, and that you are in control over your life and your destiny. Where most people let life happen to them, you make life happen. Those, those are. Let me tell you, there's only three type of mentalities in this universe. You got the mentality that don't know what's going on, huh? They don't know what's going on over in Los Angeles. Then you got the niggas who's wondering what's going on. They know it's a little something fishy. You can't burn down the whole goddamn city without putting the fire out, without before it reached 2 blocks. Excuse me. And then you got what? The third, keeping in with the power of the 3, 6, and the 9, the third plane. Check. Remember? First base, second base, third base, home. That's that mentality that is making things happen. How you feel right now? Because you still imagining this. This is you. Do you like that situation? Would that situation sit comfortable with you? Huh? If you don't feel comfortable with that idea that I just brought to the table, you can for now go ahead and unsubscribe to me. Because it's only going to get more personal from here on in. Check? And you're going to be crossing some aspects of yourself that you might not be ready for. And if you start to cry, then you're doing a good job. I'm here to teach you to stop being afraid of yourself. Locker. It ain't funny. Not only that, but success without personal mastery can become frustrating. Huh? Success without personal mastery? Can you imagine? I got all this money and don't make no use of it. And in 60 days, an individual have nothing to show for it. Hmm? Or running a business and ain't nothing going right in your store. It's time to make a cheesesteak hoagie and you out of onions. Huh? Man, get that business up. You telling your worker to run across the street and get a head of lettuce because somebody want a cheesesteak hoagie. You supposed to have that cabinet all filled before the doors open. I want my lentils, my onions, I want bell peppers. Put me some motherfucking sausages up here. Where's the pepperoni? You know niggas like pepperoni. Don't open the doors. You're not mastering this thing yet. It's not for you. Now I want you to imagine how confusing it one it is once you have success, yet still don't feel successful. Huh? These beings out here is like this, y'all. Let's get into some of the remedies of the matter. Shall we? First, we're going to take a break. Then we're gonna come right back. How about that? Everybody you need to go to the bathroom or something? Go roll up, pour some drink or something, get you some. Go ahead and go put your hot water on for your herbal tea. Maybe you got coffee. Let's take a break. Let that dissect. Let that marinate. Let that digest. You know, I'm talking about what we went over because we already know that I'm beat up. You know, all dis-ease, sick and suffering on all aspects of existence. The church tell you that you've been born into sin. You're wrench conditioned. You know, we know that. We've been brainwashed with that shit. Now it's time to start talking about shit that's going to make me feel better about where we going, or at least what I've become and who I am right now. All right? So we're going to take a little break, come back, switch frequencies, check, and see where it take you from there. Again, I welcome everybody, every person, every place, and everything in existence. And if you over the radar or under the radar, I'm sending out them energies to you. You know it as shout outs. Okay? If you on Facebook and you ain't tuned in, you know what it is. Shout out. All right. That's the soundtrack. I'm good. Put together by none other than Nate the Great. Yes, sir. Nate is the copyright owner. All right. That's for those who it concerns. Everybody else, mind your business. Mind your business. Stay in your business. Okay? Now, this is where it's going to get a little deep. We're going to go, it's remind me of Ralph Smart. You're going to have to become a deep diver right now. Put your scuba diving gear on. This concept is going to go phenomenal, people. It's going to be delicious. So you're going to want to pay attention, right? Here we have the ideas coming from the Almighty God, Da'u Allah. And he quotes that, how wonderful then the plane of the mind is. The mind is its question and is itself its answer. That's by Hazrat Ayn Khan. Okay? Now, what the God Dawood puts together is the concept here that a master key is an instrument. Now, people, follow along because why? Your life is in agreement with all what is right. Would you agree with that? Huh? Would that be safe to say? Whether you like me or not, you know that you prefer for your life to be right. Whether you agree with what I talk about or no, because I don't believe shit. You know that. I'm hard headed. I'm a Taurus. Check. But we know for certain you prefer comfortability than chaos and mayhem in your living room. Don't let me bring it now, because I'm telling you with the shits. If y'all niggas want to cut the fuck up and start shooting in the living room and shit like that, that's fun to me. Because I be on point. I be ready for a nigga pull a gun. I'm popping right in his thigh with a 22. Bow! Hey, y'all gonna laugh. Yeah. I mean, we ain't trying to kill each other. Remember, we all just chilling in the living room playing the Xbox and eating pork chops and shit. You know what I mean? Smoking weed, Henny, fucking. That's the shits. All kinds of shit can jump off doing that negative stuff. So you rather be in heaven, right? Let's tell the truth. You want some pretty flowers. You want some plants. You want your little cat riding around, walking around, your dog. You want a nice big screen TV. Because these niggas going to tear that shit up. Your big screen TV, you listen, I hope you got money because you're going to have to just keep buying another one. So we know that we need to be mastering thyself, because a master key is not only an instrument which opens many locks, and a master means the sole controller, but it also is that of this, right? Mind and matter. Keep in mind that mind is energy. Jack, mind is present in matter and is conditioned by matter. That means, well, you already know that this is alive. Everybody knows that. But did you know that this is alive too? This is the stand that that holds that. If you don't know that, huh? Did you know that this is alive? This is a microphone. If you didn't know, right? And you said, Nate, what? The microphone is alive. This chair I'm sitting on. Did you know that it was alive? Get the fuck out of here. Yeah. Google it. It vibrates. Study this. No, don't Google it. I can give you one better. Study this material right here. Huh? This is an excellent read, people. I don't put no cap on you. So you need to be running out and getting this. Why? Because everything vibrates. That's why it's alive. So mind is present in matter and mind is energy, then it's alive. You see how it works? Mind is present in matter and is conditioned by matter until mind rises superior to matter and controls the matter it is in through right education, meaning knowledge of self. So even a dog is going to be greater than that state of existence once it leaves that matter. Am I clear? I'm explaining this to you just in case you didn't know. If it's not cipher, then you need to be in the comment section with the correction. Check. Gotta understand and understand how this thing is to take place. Educate means bring forth, right? Draw out of, to lead, also to cultivate with truth, because every mental thought is attracted to a vibration. Let me say that again. Every mental thought, because mental, we talk about energy, 666. We talk about neutrons, protons, and electrons, which creates atoms. Check. Every mental thought is attracted to a vibration, and this produces mind over matter by the law of attraction. So the number one question on a person's mind should be, what am I thinking? Of course. Remember what the Bible says? As a man thinketh, so is he. Huh? The divine living mind thinks, which causes a condition producing an effect. This is how you brought self into manifestation. This is why if I asked you, did somebody send you here called God by some way in the physical, you won't be able to answer me and or must say no. You can't get away with I don't remember or I don't know no more. Because once you have said no and you ain't defined that, then hey, oop, boop, there it is. I'm gonna give it to you. Papa gonna give it to you. And you can't say I'm right or wrong because you just sat there and told me you didn't know. You had not no correct response to the question initially. So you ain't got no room for argument. You supposed to be just sitting down in the front row. I ain't gonna tell you stand in the corner. Why you in the corner? Come on. In fact, everybody who I told earlier to stand in the corner from the last 5 videos, come on, get out the corner. You people in the front seat, unask the seat, and let these individuals sit down. I don't care if no more chairs. Stand up on the side for a minute. Get along the goddamn wall. It ain't like you ain't never stood up against the wall before. Shit. How many of you been to a party? You go to a basement party in Philadelphia back in the 60s, 70s. These niggas, I'm against the wall. I told you how I'm gonna play. Because we with the shits. When you with the shits, it's a defense more than offense. Offense is very little. Only in to get what is to be gotten. Huh? The money, the women, and the drugs. That's it. That's what, you might want to dance a little bit, get a little good. Well, we didn't dance. She got to just turn around and lean up against me. We called it grind. Can I get a grind? A lot of people know what I'm talking about. Like, I didn't go up and ask a female, does she want to dance? You know where I'm at? All my homies and shit. If I danced, all my homies, I told them I'm going to dance with this chick. Come here for a minute. Just watch my backs. Everybody. And my boys is on pose. Same thing for them. I done took pose. I got to watch my boy back, man. He trying to get his little nookie on tonight with the female. But other than that, when we go to the basement party, my back was against the wall, big jacket down, ready for a draw at all time. And eyes everywhere, paying attention, being observant. Check? And so, we knew a long time how to use our mental powers. So you're going to damn near control the frequency and the vibration in the room anyway. So once you get the woman, you look in her eye, she coming over. You ain't got to move off the wall. Once you enter the party, that's your positioning. Ain't nobody needs to be there but you. That was meant for you to be there and hold that down. So she'll come over and, long story short, ain't no, do you want to dance? Now, if you caught me out there dancing, she talking about, nah, she want to dance. Then, yeah, I got to dance. But again, can I get a grind before I leave the party? Because we done came there, observed what we supposed to observe. Check. We came there, got what we supposed to get. Check. Now, you the last goddamn thing that comes. Other than that. So, what are we talking about here? We're talking about having the power and control of the mind. As a man thinketh, so is this nigga and female it's going to be, y'all. The divine living mind thinks. And this is which causes a condition producing an effect. You understand this? Both on a macro and a micro scale. All right? The complex of the mind's thoughts causes conditions, and the effects depends on the mechanism to which it is attached. The capacity or size of the brain stem, also the cleanliness, that's important, of the brain. Meaning a small brain or an unclean brain will not understand the highest thoughts, will affect one ways and actions. So, what are you saying, Nate? If I got a bad diet, my eating etiquette isn't up to par, and I'm eating all bioengineering and what is it, MSG foods, I can't think on a high level. Yes, you're most correct. You're most exact, precisely correct. I can tell you don't eat a lot of poison because a brain to that magnitude won't ask a question like that. See, I've been teaching for over 90 years here on Earth. Check. So I'm intuitive to a lot of shit. And that's what with anybody, as you do things in life, you pick up things that can't be taught. They don't teach you as if you was in school. You're like, oh shit, I didn't know there was a faster way to get around this. I didn't know I didn't. Like a barber, I'll give you a perfect example. I cut hair. But I thought to give a fade, you needed the clippers, the guards. You know what I'm talking about? Little 1.5 or the sides type guard. So you throw the fade in. No, my baby. Check it out. Get your regular clippers, take the arm all the way down, and you can use your comb. Now, that's professional though. You gotta be professional. If you even any more professional than that, I could take a goddamn shaper device and come against that thing. I mean, it ain't gonna look real shitty sharp, but you could tell that a fate was intended to come upon. All you got to do is probably throw a guard on there, baby boy, and I can straighten that right out, take that out for you, because I won't be able to take out certain lines. So what's the moral of the story? I forgot. However, we're supposed to be dealing with masterism and having a change of the mind to that of perfection, because everybody wants to have a life of rightness, right? This is why I advocate a lot of rightness, not too much righteousness now. You people, you're doing good as righteousness. You good. I'm telling you, from the grapevine, God is well pleased with your behavior, what y'all been doing. You go to church, you pay your taxes, okay, and you're not running stoplights. You don't carry guns, and y'all behaving very well out here. You're not running up and taking what you want. You're not building your own. You're not making anything of clothing for yourselves. You're not banking. You're not doing no extra banking outside of the banking system. So, we want to now deal with the spiritual aspect of ourselves, right? our consciousness rising from our sense creates our environment. Let me read that again. Because a lot of people think that it's Hollywood and that's creating the circumstances and events. A lot of people think that it's the systems that's predicting what's on of the things in the current affairs and events. When I digress, I think totally contrary. I think somebody watching me and they know what I want. And later on in life, that shit is dead. How many times have that happened to you? How many times have you thought about something to create? And you thought, nah, well, I'm not going to do that, and or you don't have the time, and or the resources, or whatever the case. But then 10 years later, 5 years later, 3 years later, you turn around and you find out that either it already existed or there's somebody now who is going to invent it. I know it happened to me. So I learned, I understand that I'm not a victim of my society. Rather, society is that of what's in me. The government, they got to keep an eye on you because you the shit. And if you think not, just look at what's all going on and why things are happening to you the way that it is. And you still here. You've been feathered, tarred, burnt, castrated, lynched, raped, sodomized, let's get psychologically now. That's the physical. Okay? It's levels to this shit. I teach y'all that. Mentally, psychologically, socially, destroyed. Spiritually. They got you afraid to curse when you was the one that was just utilizing all the curses. You got niggas on YouTube talking about, I don't want to curse no more. Well, I know why. Because they agents and they receiving their monies and everything. You know what I mean? They part of the motherfucking garbage. But for real, stop letting these people flip you upside down like they a bouncer. Come on. What you got in your pockets? They flipping you. They got you scared of everything that is sacred to and for you. And you want to test the waters? Why don't you for 30 days flip everything back upside down and inside out and work the magic back? And let's do another review. And you get in the comment section and let me know how you made out. That's all. If you didn't like it, you can always go back to your old ways. What do you got to lose? 30 days of what? Not working for something that doesn't make sense anyway? Talk dark to me. What time we working with here? All right, we ain't gonna be much longer. So again, our consciousness rising from our sense creates our environment because thoughts concentrated on positive or negative purposes become positive or negative power. Check. There is only one power, one mind, but it can be used for good or bad. And what is meant by that is only one you. All right? Because here's the thing. Even though God Dawood may mention that there's only one power and it can be used for good or bad, that'll be fine and well to work your way with and in. Until you then start to rise, as it says, our consciousness rises or rising, right, from our sense creates environment. So we always on a grand rising scale. So now to the extent of what? In the case of good and bad in one power. I'm the one power and there is no good or bad. How about that part? Oh yeah, it'll be almost time for you to go ahead and go home, probably, but you still got control. Don't get scared. Jack? Man's conscious and subconscious thinking are the masters of the sun center. Here, he's indicating the solar plex, right? The sun of the body where all life and energies flow. So, by the quality of our thoughts, we think and entertain determines the quality of the thoughts our sun center radiates, which determines the quality of our ways and actions. There are 5 stages to the mind. Dawood says, let's review this and go over it. I'm sure there's infinite stages to it, but on this third realm, right? Keeping in this plane, because we not really want to get you outside the walls, the ice, outside the ice walls. We just want to first keep with the science, and that's why, you know. But again, this is a monastery, so all things is included. You should have already traveled every path to be on my airway. I'm beyond. I'm more important than your grand shake of any organization, religious organization. So I'll be clear. Check. Whether it's your temple number 7 or your mosque number 11 or your synagogues 13, or your lodge 22. What is it, 23 maybe? Or 32. These people, it's like all the religious practitioners in America, they got to answer to the Pope. Whether it be the Jews, Farrakhan, Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, the Pope got to let these people, he's the author of it all. He's the grand sheep. Now, the Pope answers to a few levels under me. So I'm just giving you an idea of the science that I can bring to you. It's nothing. I'm not sitting on nobody or boasting myself to like I'm better than anything. I'm just hoping that your first eye is bright, like I'm shine, like a fucking goddamn shining star. Excuse me. I'm sorry. My body start glitching sometimes because I'm busting out. Y'all seen the cartoon like that? In fact, it's the Tasmanian devil symbol. That's what is. That's understand that spinning shit and tearing up. What else? What I like that they equate to what happens to us in the physical that they showing you that you don't quite understand. Because some people think that like because I speak loud, I'm mad or angry. No, I think it's the venom. Yeah. So anyway, there are 5 stages to the mind, right? The one being conscious mind, 2, the subconscious mind, 3, the superconscious mind, 4, the magnet mind, and 5, the infinite mind. Right? And now remind you, this is this man's science here. We're not saying that you could say it's thorough, real, sufficient, true, and authentic, accurate, and precise, but you need to understand it to its precise level. Check. It's like pieces to a puzzle. Everybody got their own unique gift. Well, now I don't like to use the word gift. Everybody has their own unique ability. And once you all play your part, we could, because remember, the mind is the master key. And the key gives you the code to the universe. So you'll be cracking up the code to the whole entire entity of whatever dimension it is that you're intending to crack. And in this case, what? It's third dimension. And that's what Nikola Tesla said. If you understand the numbers of that of 3, 6, and 9, you have the key to the universe. So we have the key right now. Why? Because you know thyself. Jesus said he held the 7 keys to heaven and the 7 keys to hell, didn't he? Huh? The mind is a magnetic force of energy which activates on 2 or more objects, one being that of positive and the other one being that of negative. And its function is to solve problems and overcome obstacles. The divine living mind has the supreme force and power to perceive its essence, thus controlling the universe with supreme thought and power by acting on and interacting with atoms. This what makes us be able to intuitively have our connection. Hence, cellular. And on a micro scale or the physical level, through a cell phone. You see? Thoughts are electrical. Let's do something real quick. The God said thoughts are electrical. Are thoughts electrical? Woo! Some of you produce more than 80,000 thoughts a day. Remember, this is AI, UOI, original intelligence. This is artificial. It's not going to really give you the full that you really need to even be outdo it. Okay? This is why this is really intended to drain you and have you to, this is why people say, and they got some truth to it if you let it. But still, This is why you got to keep on within yourself, because what they're going to do is keep creating a system to duplicate that of what you become. Stop thinking the reverse. Stop thinking that you are becoming because this is. No, this is becoming because you are. Why do you think they got so many ingredients and things in your food than any other country in the world? Talk dark to me for a minute. I'm tired of talking light. You too bright. We good and knowledgeable. Let's go dark now. Huh? You got to be Superman, nigga. I told you they done castrated you, feathered you, raped you, sodomized you, tarred you, disrespect you, shitting on you. There's nothing you can name that has not been done. And they got more. They done I don't know, put the jibber jab up in you. Everything in the drug dude. Hit you in the head with the rocks. This nigga got hit in the head with a rock. From the crack rock, the Plymouth rock, Jesus rock, all kinds of rocks and hit you in the head. And you still here. Bright as shit. So let's talk dark. Okay? You automatically get a pass and go to heaven. You done doing so much hell already. Listen, if you don't automatically go to heaven when you die, you come get me. Check. I'm your Al Sharpton to this here spiritual shit. I'm standing in for you when it comes to dealing with God. Let me deal with God. If God is a just God, he'll understand my science. Trust me. So as you've learned, right, it states that thoughts are generated in the brain through electrical chemical reaction. The human brain is composed of billions of neurons that communicate with each other through electrical signals. Huh? Known as what? Action potentials. So thoughts are electrical currency of energy from the magnetic field of the mind. Now, electricity is energy in motion, and its effect depends on the mechanism to which it is attached, man or woman, positive or negative, good or evil. See? So when we change our minds, our bodies will follow. Ever heard that? Captivate the mind and the body automatically follows? Oh, yeah. Shit. There is an old African saying, and I quote, open your mind and your wings will grow, and then you can fly, end quote. All right? So we're going to stop there because I don't want to feed you too much. It looks like your brain is swelling up. I see your head's getting big. You starting to look like Yaku. And you know what the white man going to do? He going to tell you, because see, you ain't going to know why your head growing. So you going to automatically go to your local doctor. You know, doctor, my head is swollen. And I feel like I don't have headaches, but I just see so many things going on. Well, he says he's going to start molding your head like they used to do back in Africa. How they used to teach ask that African people how they used to mold their head. Oh, y'all, hey, y'all, that'll be another video, y'all. I'm going to drop some science on you, man. Y'all going to love it. So stick around, all right? Make sure you're taking care of yourself and that you're doing it on purpose, too. That's important. If you don't take care of yourself, I don't know who's going to do it for you. Real talk. And I don't really tell you too much things that I don't know because you know I know everything. But let's put it like this. Some going to be taking care and controlling you. Trust me. That's just this life on earth. Somebody love to control you. If you can't control yourself, if you don't want to love yourself, if you don't want to build for yourself, sure, somebody will do it for you. I don't want to see you in the streets though. Now, don't let it get to that point. You ain't that weak, ladies. So stop letting these men out here think that you need them. You don't need to have, in order for your bliss and success, a man. It'd be great to have that in your life. It's a plus, but it's not a requirement. Okay? Everything you want done in a relationship with a man can still be done. You might avert less headaches, problems, and stress. I'm just saying, everybody each their own. But the important thing is that do for yourself first, will you? That's all. The number one objective, the number one practice, the number one process, the number one step, just in case anyone isn't clear. If they say, well, Nate always talking about doing for self, I don't know where to start. What do you mean? Save my money and open up a little candy store or milk store or give me a hot dog stand. That's good. But that's not first. Love yourself. Ain't that what it's saying in the Bible? But what did I tell you? They flipped it on you. They said, love thy neighbor. End the transmission, people.